Listen, guys, I don't want you to take this home with you. Remember me from when I was funny.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to the Nobody's Happy podcast, the official podcast of the Women's Right to Eat Their Man's Ass with Great Fervor Association. Looking good, ladies. Doing Lord's work. I don't know what you guys have been doing, but I spent my weekend bombing and getting drunk. Holy shit, that was bad. Oh my God. I really bombed on Friday, man. Yeah, and as you could see, I'm still carrying it. That shit really affected me, man. I was like, damn, I gotta stop spreading myself so thin. I'm gonna have to start doing fucking 5-minute podcasts from now on. One more Friday. I'm gonna go do it one more Friday. And then next Friday, I'm gonna take the weekend off to go camping. Is that a fly? God damn it. Pax, you brought a fly in here? Do you want to go outside? So we're shooting with a live studio audience today. So Pax, what did you think about the show so far? Oh, thanks. You really are cool. You think you need a shower? There's a fly like around you right now. Did you hear it? You need a shower, right? I don't shower enough. Yup. I think somebody's gonna go back to once a week. Well, we have a studio audience, a member that wants to get in on this, but I don't know how to bring this up, but I have a letter that I want to share with you guys that somebody sent to me. It's I guess somebody didn't send it to me. It's hard to explain, but the point is that it's a letter from me. It's a letter from me from the future. I know some people don't believe me, but I took pictures of it, and anyway, like I. All right, so like I was saying, I got this letter. I really don't know how to. I don't know how to explain this to people, but this is real. This is not a game. Somebody sent me this letter, and I want to read it to you guys, so I can have some kind of documentation that this exists, because I hid the letter in a safety deposit box, but I took pictures of it, and I have it here, and I'm going to read from it. This, I don't know how to say this, guys. I mean, believe it or not, I feel like this is real, but this is a letter that was sent to me by someone. Well, not someone. This was sent to me by me. It's somebody that claims it's me from the future. And I don't know. I mean, let me know what you think. This is the letter. It reads like this. It says, Dear self, it's me, you, from the future. I'm guessing that this letter will reach you somewhere between the year 2020 and 2022. What can I say? This time travel thing is still in its early stages. But apparently, the iPhone 32 is going to have a narrower window of delivery, so there's that. Things are not great here in 2042, but it could be worse. It's basically permanent COVID-19 rules, only a little tougher. Besides that, You can still make money as long as you follow the restriction guidelines and tell on a couple of people a few times a year. I myself don't have a home, which is the reason I'm reaching out to you. I live in the streets, but I still have the podcast. It's down to 7 people that sit around a trash can fire and listen to me talk. I had some shirts and I was going to sell them, but I'm down to the last one and I'm wearing it. Most podcasters want to get to Costa Rica, where Joe Rogan recently moved his podcast. I myself cannot afford the trip, but I'm also aware that the U.S.-Mexico border is where the Ministry of Truth is rounding up most of the comedians that get publicly humiliated. Every week, they catch another podcaster or stand-up comic trying to jump the wall into Mexico. They're then taken to re-education centers where they're forced to get jobs for months and sometimes even years. Changing the system is out of the question at this point. Our politicians are chosen by whoever has the most followers on TikTok. FYI, TikTok is not the same here as it is in your time. You have to have it here. Everything has changed, and it will never be the same. The U.S. Army has sponsorships now. It's not uncommon to see a squadron of F-38 Taco Bell fighter jets in the sky. We lost our last war with the Eastern Canadian Empire. It was in great part because the enemy could see the Budweiser and Walmart logos on our soldiers' uniforms from far away. Most people who are still unvaccinated live in the streets. Those who don't usually have fake papers. They call them COVID backs. I make most of my money through my ant farm. It's a coffee can with a mesh lid. It's not much, but they taste pretty good if you chew them fast. What else? Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Amazon is a state now. It has half of the senators in the country. I haven't kept up with the news that well because I don't have a television or a data chip in my neck. One of my friends has a stolen chip that he installed into his dog. When he plugs his laptop into the dog, we can watch the UFC fights on Saturday. But he can only keep it on for 5 minutes at a time before the health and well-being sentinels show up. But it's not all doom and gloom here in the shanty towns. On Sundays, we race dogs. The winner gets to eat the loser's dog. JK, it's not that bad anymore. But they do race for slips, so the winner keeps the other one's dog. There are government programs that help people out. For example, you can rent your body to the Johnson & Johnson Bio-Research Facility, or you could tag a white-collar criminal out of prison for a couple of months while they visit their families for the holiday. You take their place in prison so that they maintain the numbers and someone gets a break from the horror. It's a win-win survive. Music and movie stars are now decided by the Coalition Board of Entertainment. The writers are then assigned different topics and actors to make freedom-safe movies. Every politician recruits a music artist to create songs about them. Also, I know this is kind of out of nowhere, but black men aren't allowed to use the N-word anymore. It's not enforced, but it's highly discouraged. Anyhow, I told you all that for a reason. I can't say too much about what leads us to this place because of the whole butterfly effect bullshit, but I do want to warn you about something. If the government ever reaches out to you and asks you to betray your best friends by wearing a wire and getting them to talk about their comedy, please betray them. Nothing good comes out of not doing so, as you may have read earlier. Please betray your friends and family. This place sucks. That being said, it's your decision. Sincerely, you. P.S. Don't ever bet on the Cowboys again. Alarming stuff. And we'll talk about this more right after these commercials. Hey folks, today's episode is brought to you by alcohol abuse. Alcohol abuse, because it's just a social thing and you can quit whenever you want. Other drug abuse makes you look irresponsible and even dangerous. Alcohol hides your insecurities and makes them go away completely for a couple of hours. Alcohol abuse, because fuck them if they can't take a joke. This episode is also brought to you by your old CD case. Your old CD case is big and unnecessary. Let everybody know you were born in the 1900s and more than likely have problematic views with your old CD case. Your old CD case, because it's not about the memory, It's about having more stuff. Crazy stuff. I really do believe that letter was real. Unless somebody has my address and all my information. I mean, it sounds like stuff that I would do in the future. Stuff that I would observe. I had an old joke about history where I used to say, man, I'd sure hate to be a history teacher in the year 300,000. That's a lot of shit to cover in one semester. Oh, the old days. See, that's what I like about short jokes, man, where they're just like right to the point. They aren't even like one-liners. They're almost like two-liners, you know? You make up like a little funny sentence, and then just when you think the funny's over, boom, you hit the second one. What am I talking about, man? I was gonna talk about. Oh yeah, somebody messaged me. I gotta answer the messages. Probably by. I'll answer them tomorrow, Thursday. Let's see. Oh yeah, somebody sent me a message because I did that stupid skit about not skit. I'm basically just making fun of a televangelist, and they were saying that it's not. The person that messaged me said it wasn't cool that I was making fun of God or the Holy Spirit or something like that. Obviously, I just want to say that my intention is never like to hurt somebody's feelings, and then that's the funny part. You know, like that's you gotta be a psychopath to think that the funny part is you hurting somebody or upsetting somebody. Better said. Yeah, dude. My intention is always to goof around, but if you do want to take it from a serious angle, I can also I guess maybe not justify it, but certainly explain it from a serious angle. And I mean, if you look at it, I'm really not making fun of people that are super religious or that believe in God. But I am making fun of those grifters and opportunists that take advantage of people's faith and get on television and ask them to send them money, and they'll get some kind of like oil dipped in handkerchief. None of that stuff's in the Bible, man. I grew up very religious. I can tell you this from experience, man. I used to read the Bible. I used to go to church all the time. I think if my parents would have stopped taking me, I would have found a way to go there myself. That's how deep into religion I was. So I know it in the sense of like I know certainly not enough to teach it because I don't even follow it anymore. And I'm not interested in it, but I'm not against it. I don't think it's bad. My mom believes in that stuff. You know, I don't, make fun of my mom. Because if I was trying to make fun of religion, I would basically be making fun of my mom, right? Which I do sometimes, but it's tasteful and funny. It's not like, being insulting. Or I have a bit actually in my new hour so far. And that new bit is gonna it talks a little bit about cults and about growing up religious and stuff like that. But it's like most people that's seen it so far, they seem to react pretty well to it. Sometimes it gets people going pretty good. So and it's in San Antonio, man. In Texas here, that's where I've been doing it mostly. There's a lot of religious people here in San Antonio, and they get with it because they know what I'm talking about. They know I'm not being malicious or a jerk. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say about that. It certainly doesn't come from like this will show those religious people. It's like, no, I want to, number one, I want to be funny, which is why it's so ridiculous. Nobody would ever believe that somebody would get on, on TV and say something that outrageous, send me this amount of money and I'll go fuck your wife, and then try to justify it as a good thing. But it's basically getting at as people trying to take advantage of people, while at the same time offering next to nothing for it, And it's one thing to say, like, let me pray for you and stuff. But when they start going like, send us this money and we'll send you this prayed over fucking olive oil case, It's first of all, the Bible doesn't say anything about. What am I getting at? I was about to get all theological. First of all, this is one thing they taught us in Christian evangelical church. I'm just rambling on, making no sense. The point is, it's not my intention to like make fun of people or even make fun of religion, but I do poke fun of the way I certainly took religion and the goofy things about it that some of the people that are not too honest do that, and even people in church know that. Pastors will talk about it, right? We had a pastor that would talk about it, and he would make a joke about like the people that like he would have this joke about like, or anecdote. He would say that there was a guy, right, when this is a pastor telling this joke, by the way. The offering tray was going by. The guy said holds his wallet and he goes, Lord, whatever you want me to give, I'm just gonna pull it out, and whatever it is, that's what I'm gonna give. And then he closes his eyes and he pulls out, and it's $100 bill. And then he goes, that lying devil. And then he like puts it back in. So it's not like he's not making fun of like Christians. Like Christians do this. It's like, but this stuff does happen. You know, it's something that doesn't paint Christians in a positive light, but that's also, you know, it's a human being, and it's I mean, the fucking story tells it itself, right? Also, I curse a lot, so a lot of my points get lost in my cursing, and I don't know. I guess it's a sign of low IQ, from what I understand. But there it is. I curse a lot because I don't know how to do fucking math. Oh shit. Hey folks, this episode is brought to you by your wife's hairy knuckles. Your wife's hairy knuckles are strange and noticeable in the sunlight. Keep your days full of mystery and wonder with your wife's hairy knuckles. Your wife's hairy knuckles. Try not to think about it. I mean, right now, as it stands, what I believe in, because I don't believe in religion, but what I believe in is like, you know, it's mathematics. You know, if the whole karma is just like a what is the term? I don't want to say woo woo because I don't know if people know what the fuck that means. It's like karma is basically like a what somebody that believes in magic calls mathematics, right? What does karma say? That if you do something bad, that shit will catch up to you in the end. Yeah, that's math. You know, if I get drunk tonight, like fully wasted, and I gotta get up at 5 so I can get into work at 5:30, I'm gonna be fucking hurting. And you can say that's karma for drinking. No, that's mathematics. I think that's how karma works. It's just if you spend your life doing a bunch of shady shit to people, the chance, just the fact that you're doing it numerous times is already going to leave you open to somebody eventually finding you out. And that's when you get yours. And sometimes, unless you work for the banks or you're a politician, then I guess you never get your comeuppance. It's just, that's another reason why I don't believe in what is it called, religion anymore. It's like, it's brutal out there. It's fucking brutal out there, and the sometimes the fucking bad guy wins, dude. That's one thing that it took me a while to, and I know I'm saying it learned like it's a fact, but I mean, you know, prove me wrong. It's fucking harsh out there. Unless you get set up well, you know, like you come up in a pretty decent family, you go to a college that you like, you get the education to do the thing that you want to do, and then you get to do it. Now that seems pretty good, but It's not like that for everybody, dude. Especially in lower class people, man. You gotta dig your way out of this motherfucker, man. You gotta fight your way out of this motherfucker just to get a chance at getting a chance. Getting a chance at getting a chance, bro. That's how it is. Who the fuck is calling me? Who the fuck is this?
This is TurboTax. We're calling to let you know that your recent tax filing was not accepted by the IRS. We've sent you an email with steps you can take to resolve the issue. You can also sign into TurboTax, and we'll walk you through the updates, then help you resubmit your updated return. Thank you, and have a great day. To listen to this message...
Well, folks, I mean, I guess you heard that. I'll be honest with you. I thought I was going to be a telemarketer, and I was going to fuck with him, and I thought I was going to get comedy gold. But, I mean, on some level, I think I may have, but it certainly doesn't feel like it right now. It never ends. It never ends. You see that, folks? This is why I believe it's every fucking man for himself. Anyway, I guess that's about it. Hope you guys have a good evening. This is going to be super short. Sorry. That's just the way it is. That's the way the cookie crumbles. And I got to start getting ready for Friday, because I'm going to give it one more shot. And I hope I don't bomb this time. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a good day. Y'all take it easy.